Thank you to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this month's edition of Road to Recovery. Visit their website for more information about the Vandergraaf drum motor, designed specifically for heavy industry applications.
What is it you're seeing in the residential segment? That was probably one of the brighter spots, maybe the brightest spot for our readers, for agri-producers in 2020. And just looking and reading some of the Dodge forecast for 21, it seems like you're a little bullish there, particularly with single family housing, maybe not so much with multifamily housing or some other segments within the residential construction area. But what is going on with single family, or continuing to go on with single family, that's making you think there's more growth ahead? And how does residential fit into the bigger picture? I mean, is it still maybe the greatest opportunity there for construction or for aggregate activity?
Sure. You're spot on in terms of residential being the growth driver in the forecast in not only 2020, because that's single family is one of the few sectors that we actually are looking at an increase this year, but beyond. Two factors really driving our single family forecast right now. Number one, let's think demographics, and let's talk about that aging millennial age group. And I say aging, they're still in their late 30s, early 40s, but they're getting to that point where they're crossing those boundaries in terms of they're getting older, they're having kids and getting married. And that's traditionally when you shift from being a renter to a buyer. So that's kind of that natural demographic process that's taking place, that's pushing them away from the multifamily market and into the single family. But that's being augmented by the pandemic. And as people want to get away from those dense urban areas and the search for more space, is making that even more significant, that growth more significant. And if we think about it, the spin-off effects from that, as that growth occurs in the suburbs and beyond the suburbs, the whole ability to work from home has opened up a whole new world of opportunities for people in the single family market. And if we think about it, the spin-off effects, the downstream effects of that growth to commercial construction, to institutional construction, think schools and hospitals, and right back to where we started in terms of infrastructure. As that growth out in the suburbs and beyond, we'll need roads, we'll need sewer, and we'll need water.
It all starts with that single family home.
Exactly.
Everything else builds beyond that.
Exactly.
Makes perfect sense. And that's good news, additional good news for agri-producers in the new year. And Richard, it's great to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us, and happy holidays and happy new year to you.
Same to you. I hope you stay safe and healthy, and I hope we can do this again soon.
Thank you to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this month's edition of Road to Recovery. Visit their website for more information about the Vandergraaf drum motor, designed specifically for heavy industry applications.